Well, the whole silly business started with a theory by Professor Werner von Beige.
I figured that the North Pole is so heavy with ice that it's starting to wobble like this. And the new North Pole is really going to be the West Pole. Wild, nicht wahr?
At first, the professor's theory didn't impress the world scientists very much.
I tell you, Sir Basil, Von Beige has flipped his wig.
Ho, 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 that's ripping.
What did he say, Basil?
He said Von Beige has inverted his rudder toupee.
But people found it less amusing when the weather actually began to change.
Extreme rain and dry gulch. Another snowstorm in Miami.
I told you we should have gone to California instead.
You kidding? There they got big floods.
Yeah, but that's normal.
But even more remarkable things were happening in northern Labrador, where Eskimos were demanding bigger and better refrigerators and freezers.
Well, I'm sure you'll be delighted with this one, Mrs. Uniacke. Lots of room for food storage.
Food storage, my eye! This new house!
So there may be something to the professor's theory after all.
You said it, Charlie.
But now let's rejoin Rocky and Bullwinkle, who are floating in parachutes toward the new North Pole, the island of Rikki-Tikki.
Looks like we're in for trouble, Bullwinkle. Look there.
The natives were brandishing a forest of sharp spears, led by their chief.
All right, gang, let's hit it with it. And a one and a two.
Waka-laka-moo-moo. Pui-pui. Naka-laka-boo-boo. Pui-pui.
Sounds pretty ominous.
And downright mean, too.
Waka-laka-moo-moo. Pui-pui. Naka-laka-boo-boo. Pui-pui.
Hey, Bullwinkle, you notice anything funny?
If I did, I'd be the first to mention it.
We're not falling anymore.
Hmm?
We're going up.
Up, impossible.
But strange as it seems, our heroes had reversed direction, for every time the natives said,
Pui-pui.
they sent a gust of air upward that lifted the parachute skyward again.
Waka-laka-moo-moo. Pui-pui. Naka-laka-boo-boo. Pui-pui.
Hold it, you guys. What kind of spear dance is that? Who wrote those lines?
You ride them, Colonel.
Take that man's name and serial number.
But, Colonel, you ask him question.
When I want a honest answer, I'll tell him you am.
Meanwhile, our heroes were drifting downward again, some distance away.
Well, looks like we're safe for a little while, Bullwinkle. I'd better go down ahead and find a good landing place.
Go down ahead?
Sure, did you forget I'm a flying squirrel?
Then how come you didn't fly away when them fellers are playing shish kebab with us?
And leave my old buddy? Never.
I should have knowed.
Well, I'll find us all a good place to stay. Bye now.
Golly, what a pal. Makes a feller come all over gulpy.
But our boys had once again underestimated their opponent, who now stood in a clearing talking to two fierce-looking hawks.
Okay, Howard. Emery, this is your target for tonight. Got it? Good.
Boris, you sure they'll do the job?
Of course, these are only hawks in the world with stainless steel beaks.
What about their talons?
What else? Every little pinky dipped in poison. Just one scratch and squirrel is kaput.
Oh, darling, you've done it again.
Naturally.
But how did you ever find birds with poison talons?
It's easy, Natasha. I called an agent.
Agent?
Not an agent, really. More of a talon scout.
And as if to get away from such a dreadful joke, the two hawks flapped off toward their prey. How will Rocky fare against these marauders of the sky? We'll find out next time in Boris Goes for Broke, or A Fiend in Need is a Fiend Indeed. Well, last time, you remember, as our heroes were trying to land on the island of Rikki-Tikki, Rocky slipped out of his parachute harness and began to reconnoiter the island. At the same time, the notorious Boris Badenov, masquerading as Colonel Oglethorpe Peachtree, had released two vicious hawks named Howard and Emery to attack Rocky in the air. Meanwhile, what of our other two friends, Professor Von Beige and Captain Peachfuzz?
Never mind us. Get on with the story.
Well, the two-feathered killers rode through the air searching for our hero, and at last spotted him. In a few seconds, they were diving swiftly at our unsuspecting hero, one from one side, one from the other. But the attack hadn't gone unnoticed.
Jumpin' gee horse fat! Rocky! Look out! Beware! Achtung!
It was no use. Rocky was too far below to hear Bullwinkle's bellowing.
Well, I can clout one of them hawks anyway.
And Bullwinkle hurled his binoculars down at the attackers. Unfortunately, they went right past the hawks and...
Ow!
Yes, the heavy glasses knocked Rocky into a spin just as his two pursuers closed in on him. As a result... Yes, the two hawks had destroyed each other as a result of Bullwinkle's wily stratagem.
No, it was more of a sidearm curveball.
But-
Almost a knuckler.
I mean-
And I took a little off it, too.
Well, anyway, Rocky finally recovered enough to pull out of his spin.
Gee, I must have hit an air pocket.
Meanwhile, in the clearing below, Boris was unaware of what had happened until...
Ow!
What is it, darling?
These glasses fell out of sky and... Oh, boy!
What is it, Boris?
You don't suppose there really is somebody up there who's watching all the time?
Not through these, anyway. Look.
Property of Bullwinkle Moose. Give me those.
And as Boris looked through the glasses...
Moose is okay, Squirrel is okay, Hawks are kaput. Oh, Natasha, do you ever get these days where everything goes right?
Don't knock him off, Squirrel Coated Buona.
No, after him, you idiots.
No.
And remember, first idiot to catch him gets Squirrel Tail for his radio aerial. See? You got to provide worthwhile incentives, Natasha.
Only one thing, Boris.
Yes?
Why we're doing all this?
What?
What is your fiendish plot?
I thought you'd never ask. Hold it! Everybody hold it! That's better. Now, fiendish plot. It all starts with the professor's theory. Too much ice at North Pole. World tips over this way and we got new North Pole, right?
Right.
And these very islands will be the new North Pole.
But what's that got to do with
Think, Natasha, who lives at North Pole?
penguins?
That's South Pole. Who lives at North Pole?
Give me a hint.
You know, jingle bells, jingle la la la.
Swiss bell ringers.
No, with a beard and the ho, and jingle bells, jingle bells.
I've got it, Boris.
Who?
Mitch Miller.
Yeah. No, you idiot woman. Santa Claus.
Boris, you say the naughty word.
It's all in a good cause, Natasha.
What cause?
Santa Claus?
You mean?
Yes. I, Boris Bedenoff, am going to be the new Santa. How about that, Natasha? Natasha? She fainted.
But we'll find out more about Boris's mad scheme in our next episode, The Fright Before Christmas, or A Visit from St. Nicholas.